Hello guys, welcome back to D1 Vapes. Strictly over 18s here, okay? Have to emphasize that. End of story. Now, on Sunday, which was the 8th, today is Wednesday the 11th, okay, of March. Now, on Sunday, 2020, by the way, if you're looking at this down the line. On Sunday, I received 3 items for a present for my birthday. One was the Bad Boy from Bad Boy RDA. One was the Wake Mods RTA, Mouth to Lung Jobby, and the Profile 1.5. Now, I've already bought a few weeks ago. I wanted to try the Profile. So I bought the original one in China, black. Hasn't arrived, so I'm still waiting on it, okay? In the meantime, the kids hand me this on Sunday. Now, what you get in the pack is, right, your manual, okay? Excellent. You get lots of this cotton, okay? The shoe, you know yourself, right? Anyone that's looking at this knows how to build, okay? So, you get a 0.16 mesh coil. You get a 0.15 mesh coil. I haven't tried. I've only tried the 0.13, which is in here now. I also have a pack of 0.13s, okay? And I've even went as far as I've taken out the one that I've received and I put another one in. Because what I'm going to tell you is now, you get an extra low profile drip tip, O-ring, screws, the whole shebang, okay? Now you have to hand it to Wotofo. You get a bar for bending your coil this end, okay, for your mesh coil. And you get a screwdriver and an Allen key, okay? We'll leave all them to one side here. And you have to hand it to the Wotofo. Fair play. Look at that stuff they throw in, you know. Now, there's certain stuff they have to throw in, but look at it. I mean, you pay 150, or I believe, for high-end yokes, and they come in a little bag. Some of them come in little see-through bags. Now, here we go. Here's the start of the show. There's no point in telling you what the box and what the this and what the that is, right? Anyone that's watching this knows how to build and knows about this machine, this device. There she is. She's small enough, isn't she? And there's the big drip tip on her. The other one is half the size. Now, I like this one, okay? There she is, and in silver, okay? Now, what I'm going to tell you is right, since Sunday, the reason I mentioned Sunday and today is Wednesday the 11th, is I have been building, and building, taking out cotton, doing it again, taking out cotton, doing it again. And today is Wednesday and I've got it right. I've either been putting in too little cotton, too much cotton. Not combing it out right, not this, not that. Having at the wrong arms, forgetting to check the coil, forgetting to strum the coil. You know, it's just has been like, not a nightmare, but it has, like, I nearly threw it against the wall. I nearly this, I now gotten dry hits. You know, it's just been hard now. It's been hard. Now, let me show you, first of all, the airflow. Now, there's 5 holes, vent holes on top and 5 on bottom. A lot of the reviewers and people are using it with just the top closed off. Now, what I find for me is I like to close off them 4 and leave them 6 open. That's the way I like to vape this. Okay? Right? Now, there's loads of configurations of working this for airflow. Fully open, it's big. I've even went as far as to put in conventional coils into this. It just doesn't work for me. You can't get the airflow right, and you can't twist them around, and I just don't know how to build it with conventional coils. I've tried it, just slotting them in. It doesn't read a atomizer. It just doesn't read it. I put them in the other way, it's reading it, but you can't get the airflow right, because I thought to myself, this mesh isn't for me. So I've tried and tried and tried and tried. And now I'm talking 5, 7 times here. Okay? Big time. Second coil. Now I still have the other coil, the other first coil sitting there because I thought it was that. So anyway, right? Bit of branding, you know the usual crack. I have the squonk pin in and the only way, well, I have dripped it. It's perfect as a dripper. But you need to keep your eye on it. Now, what I'm using here in this and in other drippers is Pound It from Food Fire. Now, I know this juice like the back of my hands. Okay. Now, in fairness to myself, I made a mistake. I thought I was buying. I bought this in esig1.co.uk. My mother gave me a few bob as a present for my birthday, and I bought 2 of these. Okay, and what else did I buy? A little mod for the tenner. The iJoy yoke down from 46. I'll do a review on that. But I thought this was Pound It remixed. So anyway, when it arrives, it's not. It's just Pound It. But anyway, there's not major difference. But the remix was what I thought. But anyway, I know this juice. Okay. So it's not lying. Now I have it in other RDAs, and I'm testing it with this as the mesh. Because this is my first time going for mesh, yeah. Now I have the 6 open right now. I'm going to show you the build, okay? Now, what you need to do, what I need to do, you in with your coil, right? Over this here. No, take your time here, people. Take your time. If there's 2 kids running around you, forget about this. Forget about it. Leave it till you're on your own and nobody is talking to you. This has to be done right. You coil around this and sit it in and tighten it down. It's self-explanatory. I'm not taking this out anyway. That's for sure. For a month. As long as I can get out of it. Now, you tighten her down, you tighten in with your coil. Now, the center section in this is spring-loaded underneath your mesh there. Little white thing, it's spring-loaded. We all know the crack, okay? Now, to be honest with you, if you're going from a sub-ohm tank to an RDA, stay the fuck away from this, okay? You need to learn how to have patience when you're building these things. It's okay throwing a few coils in and putting your cotton in and throwing a lot of juice in. This is a different animal altogether with the mesh. Now, what I will say is when you get the mesh right, it's probably the best vape you'll ever have in your life, okay? For me, anyway, this last hour or so. This is why I'm all excited and I'm showing you. Now you have to, when you put your cotton in, it's about this length. You have to cut it down at a little angle like this, right? Cut it down that way. Cut it down that way again, okay? Don't cut it short. It's out here, okay? Comb it. Comb it like you're combing your bird's hair, yeah? You comb it, and she's cranky. Gently. Comb it out. The underneath, comb it out. The underneath, comb it out. Cut it down. Tuck it in. And make sure it's just hitting the bottom. Now, I'm not telling you how to do your wicking. I'm telling you what I'm doing here. You have to just let it hit the bottom, but it has to be combed out to beat the band. Then put in this side. Then comb out this side. Cut it down, cut it down, cut it down, cut it down. And then tuck it in. Look at that. Look at the way the juice is on that there. Can you see it? I'm hoping you can just see it bubbling there on it. See it? See it hitting the coil? You can see it actually soaked on the coil. That is the only way in 7 attempts that I have got that to work. And I mean work proper. Okay? Now, people, I hope that's a little bit of help, yeah? Now, look, even when I'm putting that on there, I'm at the hitting the cotton, Now, people might say, when I got it, I thought, this is a joke of a yoke, I have to say. Now, I got dry hits. Now, I'd done everything, but I was getting dry hits. Too little cotton. Too little cotton. Not enough juice. Now, this thing drinks juice. Yeah, like the way I used to drink years ago. Now, I don't drink anymore. Now, I mean drinks juice. Now, and you need NEED to keep this saturated. Or if you get a dry hit like I did, and you want to put a bullet into your head, it is horrible, horrible. You need to soak this and you need to practice, yeah? But when you get this right, it is the vape of the century, okay? It's a brilliant RDA. It's a brilliant RDA. There's no two ways about it. But it's a builder's, it's a hobbyist dream if you have the time. If you're thinking of going out into the car and squonking this, you're in for a shock. Because if you get a dry hit on this, you're going to know about it. Okay? I was doing a video the other day of this and I got a dry hit and I was going to put it up. Oh my God, I was crawling around the floor, yeah? Yeah? Now I'm proper crawling around the floor. Now I know this juice and I know that that juice is perfect in this, okay? I actually do. There's no two ways about it. I'm just going to try with the top row closed now and just the bottom, okay? Yeah, it's giving it a fuller, yeah. I like it with the 6 just on the right hand side open. There's a lot of configurations here you can do with this. It's very good, you know, it's very good. Look guys, I have it at 81 watts, yeah, and it's reading, look at it there, it's reading 0.13. Can you see it there? Yeah, it's perfect. There you go, guys. I hope that helped. So it's taken me 7 times to get to where I am. And when you go on and look at other reviewers, yeah, they do this and you do this and you do that. But there's nobody going into detail because they're getting dry hits. They must be getting dry hits. Because if you put the cotton in too tight to the coil, it's not going to wick properly. If you put it in too loose, it's going to fall away. You have to get this right. Now, the amount of cotton I have used, this is another tip. Do you know the organic ones? The organic strips? Do you know the little box part? Wait till I get one to show you. Do you know the ones we get where you peel off the, okay? What I've done is, and what I found is the correct amount of cotton is, you peel off one side, peel off the other side, and then stretch it all out and take 1/4 off it, 1/4. And then roll it like this, gently, gently, like you're putting a baby into bed, yeah? And your board is waiting for you. And then in you go. That's it there. And when it's nice and soft, you with me? Yeah, guys? Okay. Something like that, yeah. 3/4 of that square. Stretch it out, 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 and then take off 1/4 and roll it. That's how I've got it to work. Now, guys, I know I've gone on. I hope that helped you, okay? Thanks very much. D1 Vapes out.